Welcome to Martin Morocco Classic Car Restoration, where we're going to show you the real world of classic vehicle renovation.
On this episode, we start to cut away the Jensen's rusty bits. Will there be anything left? Keep watching to find out.
Repaired these before and everything's different, and every one is slightly different to the other.
Yeah.
The length of the panels is slightly different. I know you'd think they'd all be the same, but they aren't. I mean, this panel here, it extends past there. It also extends past here. So we're going to have to shorten that to fit our car. But I think the first thing to do is to get rid of the old panel underneath. So we need to mark off. I think the best way to do that, right, if we mark this off with a Sharpie.
I've got one question though.
Yep.
We need to shorten this. Where do you shorten it? At the ends or the middle?
I mean, the easiest way is here.
Right.
But then you've got to remake. It's a shame to spoil that that curve there.
It's quite a good fit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll say quite a good.
So that's in the right place. So I think we'll probably shorten it
Right,
here and the front. I know. So what we need to do then is take this off, and we need to cut the panel sort of the equivalent to here somewhere.
Right.
Because we need a join there. And what we'll do, we will cut it.
Just on there.
Yeah, we'll put it up here, all the way along. Here, when it comes to that part, or what we do, we get that little rotary sander, and we just sand through this edge,
Right.
just enough to take that panel will fall off and the back will fall off. You know, we don't go to the inner panel, but we grind it off enough. You don't need to cut down there. There's no need to. No. You cut this edge off. And then I would imagine it's spot welded there somewhere. The thing is, cut it off there, and then we'll peel that section off later. You can see on that part there, that should be parallel, that should be like that all the way. So that's all been bodged up before. That's all filler and cack. Nice bit of British engineering, look, piece of plywood all in the vent.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing that one taken off.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world. If we fit the wing up, right up to there, it moved this vent forwards slightly, and I don't think there'll be a problem with that. It doesn't matter.
No,
really.
no, not the small bit.
So we probably actually don't have to trim it down at all. We can just trim the front.
Trim the front.
But I think we should decide that
Once it's
at the time. Yeah, yeah. Because it's like all these repair panels. It's one size fits all.
Yeah.
And every car, every one of these is a bit different. They're all slightly different. This bit here, this skin here wraps around this panel. That's the flitch panel, and this skin wraps around there. So it's literally folded around the edge of that panel. So what we do, we cut through this edge here until we can just see the inner skin, and that's how we do that. And I'll just show you how that works. Okay, I don't know if you can get close up enough to see that, but can you see the black line appearing on that edge? You can see a black line appearing.
Just see it.
Yeah, that means you've actually cut through the outer skin and you're getting to be close to the inner skin. So that's all you need to do. If you get it down to there, that panel will just peel away from there, and you haven't touched the inner skin at all. So, Cameron, you've cut this bottom half of this wing away, which is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And we can see all the inside structure there. What is interesting is if you look at the rear of this panel, I mean, all this is perfectly sound from the outside. But look at the back, look at the rust festering away on the back of that panel. All over.
You can't really save that, can you?
Not really. I mean, people wonder why rust comes back when you do rust repairs on a car. They'll say, well, you only did this 2 years ago or a year ago, and look, I've got rust coming back. Well, the rust isn't coming back where you've repaired it, it's where you haven't repaired it. You can't see any of this. So the only proper cure is to replace the panel.
The interior on this car is coming out anyway because it's a full resto, but I'm going to take it out now, so when we repair this back quarter, when we weld the new one in, we don't end up setting the whole interior on fire, because that won't be ideal, you know. Try not to burn the car down before we finish it.
Next step in the Jensen repairs, we've got this front wing off, and now it's time for the sills. The reason we're taking the sills off now, it's the same on the other side as this side. As you can see, this jacking point, it wiggles, which for a part that takes all the weight of a car, it's not good. And also, right in there, we don't know how badly damaged it is, so these need to come off, and we're getting new ones anyway, and we haven't a clue what it's like behind here. So chrome trim off, and then some nice cuts along here, get the sill off, separate it from here and here, and yeah, that's what's next. the sills off because first we started with the wings and we saw that it was pretty corroded behind here, didn't we?
Yeah, because inside it's all gone.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
well, we kind of expected that, didn't we?
yeah, it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you can't tell how bad any of this is with the sill on.
Yeah.
So it just needs to come off.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Yeah.
And when taking it off, you can't just start chopping and cutting away.
No.
Because you need to leave some
to see where you
template
are with
and
it.
give something to reference.
Yeah. That's revealed quite a lot of corrosion in there, then, hasn't it?
Yeah, fair bit. It's like
Again, nothing that we didn't expect.
It can all be repaired and fixed. We'll we'll make new panels, won't we?
Well, we'll either buy them or we'll make them. They're actually quite straightforward. They aren't complex.
Sort of straight.
Yeah. We can make all these on the metal folder. They're quite straightforward. That's the beauty of these. There's nothing really that complicated. But again, this just shows, doesn't it, that a car that looks perfectly sound, you start taking parts off it, and it's not, is it?
Yeah, under the surface.
It's it can be quite bad, and this is how the cost of jobs can escalate, isn't it? This is what happens. You've just got to keep going, and quite often you're in a hole, you can't get out of it. You've got to keep going, no matter what it costs. You've got to keep going, and that's why restoration estimates can double, treble easily, because you
don't know what you've got until
you don't know what you're dealing with. But I suppose experience tells you pretty much what you're going to find. You know more or less what you're going to find when you've done a few hundred of them. So okay, well, that's good. But actually, this car isn't bad, is it? For one of these, this is not a bad car. This is a good car.
There's a surprising amount left.
Yeah, this is a good car. And the client's been over today, hasn't he? The client's been.
Yeah.
And he's a happy man. He's happy with the way it's going. And he's made a few more decisions about his various choices and modifications he wants to do to the car. So he wants to bring it a little bit into the 21st century, doesn't he? Yeah. Suitable for driving in modern traffic. So we're going to do a few little mods, more of which later. We'll go into that later on.
Still keeping it.
The car will look pretty much
original.
standard. Well, the car will look standard, but there will be a few more practical modifications on it.
So we're going to start cutting this back panel off. Reason being, down here we need to get this off so we can get back and repair all this under here, because it's very much crumbling away. So we need to get behind there. This is coming off anyway, so we're just going to cut it off now. There's no reason not to. We've got our outline, start to cut around here, and then we'll go around this edge, leave the edge on and sort that later, because it's attached to the rate inner wing.
You've had a go at the back end of this Jensen now. So the sills are off, aren't they? The outer sills are gone.
Yeah, and
that's revealed all kinds of stuff inside, which we knew, didn't we? To be fair,
it's
all
actually,
of that in there.
I'd say it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be.
No, I'm quite happy with that. It's not bad. So you've cut the rear wing away like that. So you can see there the the rust on this inner wheel arch. I have to say, it's not anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It's only gone through in a few
Yeah,
little spots
yeah.
like that.
All the edge will be gone, but we can replace that. So I don't think it's bad enough to warrant a new inner wheel arch, because that's the repair pieces for that are quite easy to fabricate. You can see where someone's welded something on there. It's a piece of another car, like Renault metallic green. I don't know, but it could be part of an old door or something.
A bit of a shed. Yeah.
Yeah. A bit of a shed. Yeah. So that's got to go. So so that's all good. So I mean, this sill removal has revealed all the rot on the inner sill, hasn't it? That we knew
Would be there.
Yeah. Nothing we didn't know about, really. There's a big piece of body filler in there. Nice. So that's the inner structure, and actually that doesn't worry me at all. I think that's okay. As we go down the sill there,
Bit of a different story.
yeah, I mean, there should be an inner sill there, which just isn't. Again, nothing we didn't expect.
Hello.
Yeah.
Next is try and peel these edges off.
Yeah.
Same at the back. Oh, well, it's actually, we've pulled it off already.
Yeah.
Nothing holding it on. And then I'd say start cleaning it all up.
Yeah.
Seeing which bit we need to repair first.
Yeah. We could, I think, take the rear valance off and the panel at the other side. We could do that.
Oh, while we're here.
Yeah. I mean, at first we did think, didn't we, that we might want to put some panels on the front before we take the rear ones off, but the car's actually in a better structural shape than we thought, so yeah. There'll be no problem doing the rear panels at the same time. There's enough solid metal on the car. I mean, the floor pans are great, so I mean they're holding it all together. We've got more of the interior out, haven't we? That's pretty much all gone now.
So you've just got your
centre consoles out, all of that's gone. A few carpets to get out, and you've started getting the insulation out of the boot, haven't you? That's all. You start to get that out.
all of it round here.
Yeah,
It's all out.
because obviously that's got to come out so we can repair it. So we'll sand that metal off and we'll treat it all. All good. I think that's good.
Better than we expected.
It's pretty good. But the car did look quite well, it was unmessed with, wasn't it? It's not really been messed around with a lot. So that's good. That's when you're restoring cars, that's good that they've not been messed with too much. I mean, we can see over here bit of through flow ventilation there, Cam, in there.
Keeps your feet cold. You know,
Yeah,
people for sweaty feet.
and that's fine. Yeah, no wrong with that. Yeah, bit of ventilation.
Or if you want to see if you want the white lines, you know.
Yeah, and the fresh air can come in through there, and it can go out through that one.
Yeah.
Easy. But that's all pretty simple to repair, actually. Well, that's it for this time. Join us again soon for more restoration tips and tricks.